Hello, and welcome to Nauset News. I'm Aidan Purnell. A couple quick announcements before we get to the stories. The Nauset mock trial team went undefeated in the preliminary state high school mock trial tournament. The team came out as the winners of the Cape Cod region and will move on to the Sweet 16 round the week of February 27th. Tomorrow, February 11th at 6:30 p.m., the Snowball Masquerade Dance will be taking place at the 4 Points by Sheraton in Eastham. Tickets are not sold out. They will be sold at the door. This is a semi-formal event, and the masquerade part of it is encouraged but optional. All of the proceeds from the event go back to the classes. Our top story for this week is the founder of the Exploring and Respecting Differences, or the ERD program, is retiring, covered by Georgie Orlandello. The High Five student this week is Madeline Bahoney, being interviewed by Jonah Libby. Additionally, sports updates will be announced by Austin Cameron, and Things to Do will be by Sadie Trudell and Abby Allard. The building project update will be covered by Nicole Boyce, Fashion Police by Kevin Jones, Fact or Fictions by the Honors Criminology class, and finally Street Talk by Gianna Casale. And now on to our top story.
Hello, I'm Georgie Orlandello with your top story. Today we're here with Lisa Brown, the teacher and founder of the Exploring and Respecting Differences program here at Nauset. We're here today to congratulate her on her upcoming retirement.
That's right.
She's got quite a legacy here, and she's helped change the culture of the school and made the school more accepting towards all. So thank you for that.
Well, we can only hope, right?
So again, congrats. And how are you feeling about it?
Wow, it's a loaded question. First of all, I'm madly passionate about education, and I think that learning and growing is one of the most important things that we can do. And also developing a social emotional toolbox is also one of the most important things. I think education in general is really great. I think learning about math and science and history are very important so that we understand where we've come from and where we're going. What I focus on in my classes is, what are you going to do with the information that you've gleaned? What really floats your boat? What's really interesting to you? What are your morals, values, and ethics around the things that you're learning? And how can we change the things around us for the better by changing our own behavior in relation to the way that we see the world? So I know that sounds like a tall order. How do I feel about retiring though? I feel good because I'm going to be 65 in about a month, and I have other things to do. But I love, with a passion, I love education, and so I will always educate and be educated wherever I am and for whatever I'm doing.
And how long have you been teaching here or somewhere else?
Well, I was here after I got my master's degree in behavioral special needs, which was in 97, 98. I worked for free here from 1999 until 2001 pretty much. I had a job over the summertime because I owned a restaurant. And then I sort of just volunteered here and developed curriculum and programming based on what I was seeing. And then after my second year, I sort of proposed a couple of classes. Mr. Farris, at the time, he was relatively new here, though not new to teaching. He's a music teacher. He offered me to do world music, and my undergrad is in ethnomusicology, which is a cultural anthropology of music. So I sort of jumped on that, and then from that class, I developed Exploring and Respecting Differences, looking at stereotypes, the formation of hate groups, how we come to be in our society and we don't know how to get along with each other. And so over here you can't see it, but in my classroom, front and center really, is something called the middle ground. And it's really about learning how to navigate skillfully our opinions so that we can meet somewhere in a middle ground, so that we're not so divisive and derisive.
So do you have any plans for after retirement?
Well, I just built a little teeny-weeny house in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And we did it all out of sustainable materials for not a ton of money. So that was really exciting. And it's the antithesis of here, you know, it's out in the high desert. There's no water. I have a water catchment system off my roof. English is not necessarily a first language, so that's very exciting. Culturally, it's about as different as you could get from here.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I was so attracted to it.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is
Do you think
exciting.
you'll be there more than the Cape, or what do you think?
I'm still going to vote here.
Mhm.
My roots are in Wellfleet. I mean, I was born and raised. I went through the system. Like, I don't know, 30% of us that teach here graduated from here, which is crazy. And I'm one of those statistics. So I'll still vote here, and I'll belong to nonprofit groups and do volunteer stuff. But I think there's a chance that I may work in university out in Santa Fe. So I might at least teach one semester course, sort of the equivalent of ERD, but maybe at the college level. I'm not sure yet. Or I might even consult around here if, you know, if school systems want or need what I've done here.
Great. Well, again, congratulations on
Thanks.
behalf of everyone here at Nauset. We
Thank
hope
you.
you have a happy retirement.
Well, I plan to, but I'll miss you. I think Gen Z is a very cool generation. For my 22 years of being here, 23 years of being here, I have a lot of hope and faith in Gen Z, so you guys rock on.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Once again, this is Georgie Orlandella and Lisa Brown with your today's top story.
Hello and welcome to High Five Student of the Week. I'm Jonah Libby and this is our High Five student, Madeline Mahoney. So you joined cross country last fall, and is it true you didn't really know that you could run as well as you do until you joined?
Yeah.
And you placed 8th in the state championship
I
for cross
did.
country. Yeah.
Yes.
And as I understand, you now run with your track. So how's your season going this year?
It's going really well. Like I said, or like you said, I've never run before. I never did cross country before, and that was my first time trying it. That's where I really found my love for running. And now I'm on track, and it's also my first season of track, and I've really been enjoying it a lot. We just had our league meet yesterday with all the Cape and Islands League, and we did pretty well. The girls came in second, and I think the boys came in third, but it's been such a great season, so I'm definitely enjoying it.
Yeah. Great. So also, what made you try out for track if you've never really done running before? Why did you decide to do it?
I think since I'm a new student this year, I really just wanted sort of an outlet to make friends and just meet new people. So I think that's the original reason I probably joined, is cross country and track.
Okay. That makes sense. And do you think you'll pursue running in college as well?
It's definitely an option. I think I'm definitely looking into it. I think it would be a really great way to just continue running, and since I found out that I love it so much, I think it'd be definitely something I'm interested in.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on being our High Five student.
Thank you so
here's your high
much.
five.
Welcome to Nauset News Highlights. I'm Austin Cameron.
And I'm Layla Collin.
In swimming news, the swim team took home winning trophies at the league championship held in Sandwich. The boys scored 282 points while the girls scored 345. Top finishers earning first place victories were Will Kroll and Tim Johnson for the boys, and Laurel Kaiser and Ella Woods for the girls.
In track news, the Cape and Islands League Championships were held at the Reggie Lewis Center in Boston on Sunday, February 5th. Winners for Nauset include Aiden Brown in the 55-meter and the 55 hurdles, Damon Beber in the 300-meter and the 600-meter, Madeline Mahoney in the 1,000-meter, Sarah Cornell in the 55-meter hurdles, and Cecilia Labarge in the shot put. For boys baseball, there was a big home win on senior night, February 3rd versus Barnstable. The boys pulled out a great win, beating the Red Hawks 49-44, and they also pulled out another victory on the road against Sandwich on February 7th, 62-51.
In hockey news, they've had a great season with 10 wins. The Cape Cod Times ranked the Warriors second best team on Cape, with their next game happening today at 6:10 versus Falmouth at Charles Moore Arena. Thank you. That was Sports Highlights. I'm Austin Cameron.
And I'm Layla Collin.
Hi, welcome to the Nauset Building Project Update. I'm here with Bob, the builder, and I have a few questions for you.
Sure.
First one, how is the work permits? How do they work? And I understand that everything's on schedule. Is that still up to date?
Yes, that's correct. So far, the work is progressing on schedule, and work permits are very interesting. You draw up on plans the work you want to do, then you submit it to the building department in Eastham, and they then give a permit. And then you need to do the work according to the plans, and the building department comes out and makes sure that the work you did matches the plans that they got. And if everything matches up, then they approve the permit. Once the permit is issued, they approve the work, sign off on it, and then we can move in. And we are so close to getting that to move into the modular classrooms.
Interesting, thank you. And are there any permits that are still working to be secured in terms of right now for the future?
Right now, we're working to get we do have a temporary permit from the Board of Health in Eastham to occupy the new kitchen and cafeteria area. And once the work that we're standing in, once this is ready, we'll ask the Board of Health inspector to come in, and if everything looks good, we'll be cleared to eat in here.
Wow, awesome, great, thank you. And then my second question was, are we bringing the old cafeteria furniture into the new cafeteria, or were you thinking to add some more furniture in, maybe some like comfy furniture with like couches and little coffee tables? What were your ideas on that?
I love the idea of comfy furniture with coffee tables. Sounds like a little cafe. And I think some students did ask that we get some tables that actually wipe themselves so you don't have to wipe them. However, the bad news is we're bringing all the old cafeteria furniture in, and the good news is we get to eat on it again.
Right. So right now we are in the new cafeteria space, correct?
Yes.
And Bob is going to explain a little bit on how this space is going to function.
Well, this space was the old cable TV office, and it was even before that the school administration offices, and now it is a big empty space. And if you look down here, you'll see some electricians working, putting in new electric circuits, and some of these silver tables and carts are going to be the new serving stations, and students will be able to walk through here and pick up their meal and then walk back to the temporary cafeteria where we just were before.
Well, thank you so much, Bob. Once again, I'm Nicole Boyce, and this is Bob the Builder on Nauset News for the Building Project Update.
Hi, I'm Sage Trudell.
And I'm Abby Allard, and welcome to Things to Do. Let's start out with our movies. The first movie is called 80 for Brady. It's a comedy film that takes place during the 2017 Super Bowl. It's about four best friends who are trying to meet their idol, Tom Brady. It looks really funny, so make sure you check it out. The next movie is called She Came from the Woods. It's a horror movie set in the 80s that's about summer camp counselors that unleash an evil spirit. The group is forced to betray one another and spill secrets if they want to survive. The movie comes out this weekend, so I definitely recommend it. A new TV show that's gaining popularity is called Lockwood & Co. It follows the story of a girl with psychiatric abilities as she tries to hunt ghosts with two boys. It's available for streaming on Netflix, and it looks really adventurous. I would really recommend it.
Let's move on to the activities. This month of February has more options than you would think for the middle of winter, so let's get into it. The Orleans Farmers Market takes place this month on the 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th at 10 a.m. You can stock up on fresh and local produce and seafood. The Freezin' for a Reason Polar Plunge is happening on February 11th at 11 a.m. It's at Falmouth Heights Beach, and it's $30 to enter, but it's for a good cause. This polar plunge raises money for substance use treatment facilities in Massachusetts. The Green Meadow Forest Experience is a great opportunity for families to learn about what animals are native to Cape Cod. It's located at Greenbrier Nature Center in Sandwich. It's a wonderful way to learn about wildlife and other educational activities. You can look online for further details about any of these options.
Hey Sadie, did you hear about the snowball dance that's happening this weekend?
I think I did. Is that the one that's happening at the Sheraton?
Yeah, that one. That looks super fun.
It does look super fun. I even heard that you can buy tickets at the door.
I know, so if we don't know if we want to go, we could always do it last minute.
That's such a good
Yes.
idea. Maybe we will.
We'll think about it.
Oh, I'm Sage Trudell,
And I'm Abby Yeller.
and this is Things to Do.
Hey, what's up? It's Kevin, and this is Fashion Police. As you know, you can't have a good outfit without having some nice footwear. So today we're going to go around campus and see what the kids nowadays is wearing. Let's go. It's Kevin, and today we're here with Raven. He's going to tell us the name of the shoe and how much it costs.
I got these all black Air Maxes. They're about $120.
Thanks for letting me interview you. Love the sneakers, man. I'm Kevin, and today I'm here with
Duncan.
So Duncan, what I want to know is the name of those shoes and why you're wearing them.
I don't know the name of them, but these are just my everyday shoes.
All right, man. Thank you. Again, it's Kevin, and today I'm here with
Mr. Clark.
and
Mr. Healy.
so the question that I have for you guys is, what brand shoes are you guys wearing? How much do they cost, and how often do you wear them?
Well, I'm wearing Clark's shoes from England, and the reason why I wear them is because I get a little chuckle every day thinking that the brand of my shoes is also my last name. That's
that.
why I wear them.
And you, Mr. Ewan?
I'm wearing Clarks as well. I don't know if they're from England, and I wear them every day because they're comfortable.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, it's Kevin, and today I'm here with these two beautiful ladies right here. We got
Casey.
and
Lori.
so as you can see, we're all in the same shoe. So they're gonna tell you how much they paid for their shoe and why they're wearing it today.
I got my shoes from JD's and I paid $80 for it, and I'm wearing this outfit today with my shoes because this shirt is very nice with the color of the shoe because white goes with the blue perfectly, and also on my socks there's the same color blue, and I'm very comfy today.
And Ariana?
I wear my shoes today because yellow and white. I got these from JD's and it was $90.
All right, thank you, ladies.
This is Lily.
Hello.
Please talk about your shoes.
These are my purple Converse that I really love so much, and I just got them. They're pretty new, and they're great for the winter, although not if you get them wet.
So that was Fashion Police with your boy Kevin. Thank you guys for watching, and we're done.
Hi, this is Fact or Fiction brought to you by Honors Criminology. I'm Lila Keeney. Today's Fact or Fiction is: racial profiling is a myth spread by anti-police radicals. This is fiction. Research shows that some police officers do in fact use racial profiling when they stop black motorists. I believe no matter who you are or what you look like, you should be treated the same by police. Thank you for watching Fact or Fiction.
Hi, I'm Gianna Casal here with your Street Talk. Today we're going to be asking people what their favorite Valentine's Day memory was, or if they have any plans for Valentine's Day. My favorite Valentine's Day memory was in elementary school when we used to all give gifts to each other. That was a lot of fun and everyone was included. So let's go see what some other people have to say.
We're gonna laugh.
So I'm here with Miss Stevens, and what is your favorite Valentine's Day memory, or like, do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
I don't really have any great memories of Valentine's. I don't tend to celebrate it. However, this Valentine's, cute. Miss Weeks and I are working the basketball game.
Yay!
Just the two of us.
That sounds so fun. Thanks, guys. So I'm here with,
Eddie Bellers.
and what is your favorite Valentine's Day memory, or do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
My favorite Valentine's Day memory is probably a couple years ago. I went and saw like a really good movie. It was just a great movie to watch, and I think this year I'm going to a Celtics game with my friend.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah.
So today I'm here with
Evan Davis.
and
With Warner.
and what is your favorite Valentine's Day memory?
Third wheeling my good sister Madeline Davis and her boyfriend of the tech principal son.
Your favorite memory?
Third wheeling with her sister with her boyfriend.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Have a good day, man.
So I'm here with Ashley Campbell. And what is your favorite Valentine's Day memory, or do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
My mom would always make like little customized Valentine cards with whatever I was into that year, and it was
That's really nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm here with
Allison.
And what is your favorite Valentine's Day memory, or do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
My favorite Valentine's Day memory is probably going to Mexico with my family.
Thank you. So I'm here with Mr. Hamilton, and what is your favorite Valentine's Day memory, or do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
You know, I've had many very lovely Valentine's Days in the past. This year, I'm looking forward to buying a 50-piece box of chocolates and eating it all myself.
That sounds amazing. I would love to do it as well with you. Thank you.
You got it.
That was your Street Talk. We heard a bunch of different things from everyone, so I hope you have a great Valentine's Day. I'm Gianna Casal. See you next time on Street Talk.